The topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Welcome to my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives. I'm Debi, a certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by helping them identify the root causes of their health and mindset issues and create a custom, natural, holistic strategy to address them in the areas of mind, body, and soul. As a health coach, I'm not allowed to say that I heal, treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose any diseases. I certainly can make your body more efficient by reducing symptoms. You'll feel better, be more productive, and enjoy life more. Not many people have released 70 pounds, had a health and mindset transformation, and kept fit and trim for over a decade. I have, and I have staying power, and now it's over 12 years. I even became a half marathon runner at the age of 51 when I never ran from childhood to adulthood due to foot pain, and I have done 8 half marathons so far. Mindset is the key to lasting change. As a certified holistic health coach, I do revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I guide them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrients. My coaching is for optimizing health, releasing weight efficiently when needed, and enhancing your mindset. With my clients, I help them recognize that their thoughts, feelings, and emotions drive their actions and results. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's why it's crucial to have a positive mindset in life. It's also imperative to manage your emotions and release those low vibrational emotions such as fear, frustration, and doubt, because all they're going to do is slow you down and get you stuck physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like a hot air balloon that has balances, I help my clients release those emotional balances and baggage so they can uplift to a better, happier, healthier life. And in turn, they are releasing their stress. They're getting healthier and they're reshaping their core beliefs. You'll see and feel the differences with my coaching programs. Ask me about them. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DEBICHANGESLIV as in Victory ES.com/Linktree LINKTREE. And I will guide you to that better, happier, healthier life with custom, unique solutions to you in the areas of mind, body, and soul. And I have another podcast guest collaborative, Vibe Up Your Mind, Body, and Soul. It's with me, your certified holistic health coach, and 3 other ladies in the energetic wellness realm, Denise Cabiote, Evelyn Letters, and Jane Frey. We all have a topic. And you're going to be learning and be fascinated by how mind, body, emotion, and energy, as well as sound, unite to give you holistic practices to achieve elevated wellness, restore balances, and unlock your true potential. It is on Saturday, December 6th at 2 p.m. Pacific. You can watch my previous episode where we discuss what we did and what our event's about at bit.ly/holistically with a WH, Vibe Up Your Mind, Body, and Soul as one word. And if you want more pricing information and other information and to sign up, you go to this site, https://muscletuners.ca/mind-body-soul. Join us. You will learn a lot. Today, I'm thrilled to have back Dr. Dominique Carson, the founder of Mani Benedette and a licensed massage practitioner with certifications with MMP and MLD-C. She's an exceptional woman and has achieved remarkable success in Virginia and her hometown of New York City. She is full of ambition, steadiness, dedication, and unwavering determination. She is an accomplished and globally recognized freelance journalist, licensed massage practitioner, international orator, and author. She has been in many media outlets with her story, including Sheen Magazine, Impact Magazine, Femi Magazine, STEM Crew Magazine, Industry Times, Forbes, Voyage LA, Shout Out LA, and Bold Journey. Dr. Dominique's unique ultimate goal is to impact people's lives positively through her hands and words. She feels that massage therapy is an art of healing through touch where compassion meets connection to nurture the mind, body, soul, and spirit. It is also muscle awareness, supporting stress alleviation, and also generating endurance in muscles. We'll be discussing when hands are your business. So let's welcome Dr. Dominique, founder of Mani Benedette, and a licensed massage practitioner with certifications with MMP and MLD-C. Dr. Dominique, welcome back to my show.
Thank you for having me, Debbie. It's a pleasure again to be on your platform once more.
Well, I'm glad you decided to come back, so thank you. And you have done a lot of certifications and learning is part of growth.
Yes.
And everybody needs to learn to grow. Otherwise, it becomes a boring life, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Exactly. So you recently received a certification in manual lymphatic drainage.
Yes.
You want to discuss what that was all about?
Oh man, part of the requirement as a massage therapist is that we have to complete these continual education courses to maintain your license and registration in whatever state that you reside. And I always wanted to take the manual lymphatic drainage. It was through the Academy of Lymphatic Studies, which had a higher prestige than, any other provider that was offering the lymphatic drainage. And one of my good massage buddies, Santo, she told me about it. She's like, if you're going to take the lymphatic drainage, please go through the Academy. Is in a very intense 5-day, class that we had to take with 40 hours. So 8 hours of work each day to learn so much about the actual techniques, but advanced skills of the lymphatic system. So myself and about 14 other massage colleagues, we were in Chesapeake, and we took the time, and it was phenomenal. Our instructor, Ms. Darcy West, she was excellent. She made you feel comfortable with the technique. She worked with you, and it was just a blessing that all of us passed the written part and the hands-on. And when we saw our certificates, it just gave us a higher level of prestige because, within these last few years, especially after COVID, lymphatic drainage is becoming more popular, not just for the cosmetic procedures, but for anybody that has cancer, just for our geriatric population that does not want a heavier touch, that light and gentle technique. And the biggest thing is that lymphatic drainage is not massage. It's a body treatment. It's a light, gentle strokes. So there is no massage. So it was like reprogramming your brain to say, you know what? I cannot do any other massage techniques. And because of this advanced lymphatic drainage certification, I will be able to take the post-op advanced placement class next summer. And if you do well in that certification, you'll be certified as a plastic surgeon therapist. So this is just another avenue, and I'm just so grateful because I'm fulfilling what my uncle, unfortunately, who I lost in May, he was like my creative arts mentor and really supported my journey as a massage therapist. He had me starting to think about the longevity of my hands and, and how you could sustain your career. So that was one of the things he told me to get into, lymphatic drainage and craniosacral therapy. So I'm just really grateful that I followed his footsteps.
Yeah, that's really important because it's important to have your lymph to be circulating. And if it's blocked by something,
yes,
you need to do those procedures. I actually do acupressure. So, and that's blocked energy. And so that's what, helps me release tension. And feel better and feel more calm and less stressed.
Yes.
So this is more of a physical thing for your body. And, running for me circulates my lymph. It makes me feel better.
Yes. This lymph is so important. That clearless fluid, it helps and collaborates with the circulatory system. It helps you drain out the substances that the circulatory system cannot. So you can have more oxygenated blood going back into your body. But if that's stagnant, it can lead to other health matters that are not pleasant at all.
Exactly. So kudos to you. And and you're going forward with another advanced certification. That's amazing.
Yes, I will be doing that next year. I don't know when yet, but I'm so excited to even consider it. I'm even thinking about applying for the grant for the business that can take care the cost of the certification as a continuing ed requirement by applying for grants that will help me pay for it as well.
Well, now that you've developed this business, which we'll talk about it later, that's going to really come in handy. And you most likely will get the grant. So, now, another thing that's really interesting you're a doctor, right? A doctorate. What was your experience in preparing for your online doctoral program at LIGS University? Can you tell me what that stands for?
Actually, I have the honorary doctorate last spring, but I'm preparing to start my doctoral program at the end of next month at LIGS University. So when you have your honorary doctorate, you can put doctor in front of your name. And it was because of my honorary doctorate, and it's been 10 plus years since I had my master's. A school reached out to me. LIGS University is an online school in Hawaii, and was like, how about, would you like to do your PhD program? I was like, okay. I knew I wasn't even thinking about going back to school. I was just fine, with everything I've accomplished. And they was like, we can fully fund your tuition as long as you participate in our International Career Advancement Network. Once you pay your membership, that takes care of your tuition. I was like, oh my gosh, like that was a no-brainer for me. So I put in my application, I was approved, and I'm just in the process of submitting my research proposal. And I just looking forward to when it starts officially the end of December. So that's going to be next month. So I would say the next 24 months is going to be a very intense time in my life. Some people finish it earlier. If I have to utilize the whole 24 months, that's what I'll utilize the whole 24 months.
That's really cool. I've been approached about doing, a doctorate, and I've never heard of these companies. And I'm like, are they official?
That was my mom. My mom had that same reservation, but I love it. Like I already had Zoom calls with the advisors and student enrollment advisors. So that kind of civilized, made me feel more comfortable. I did some more research with YouTube and spoke to, a lot of students and testimonials, and they have international students as well. And I was just like, okay, wow, this is, phenomenal thing. And they started having a lot more online doctoral programs since COVID. My cousin, he was telling me about it, and it was a couple of schools that was interested, and I just didn't feel like I had that same fit, in their program. But I think, LIGS University is going to, help me achieve that goal. I just never thought I would be doing an online doctoral program. Like I said, my master's, my honorary, and everything I've accomplished, that was enough for me. And it just reminded me biblically, you never know where your gift is going to take you. And as long as you let God, be the navigator in your life, a lot of things can really open up for you.
Yeah. Well, I may ask you some questions about the company that contacted me. But anyways, that's really fabulous that you're continuing this education, and you already know what you're going to do for the next 24 months. You're going to do that, the other certification, that's advanced certification, right, next summer. And you're also going to be you're going to have your doctorate. You're going to definitely have your hands full.
Yes, my hands are definitely going to be full. Yes. Along with massaging. Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Now, I've already mentioned I'm a certified holistic health coach, and it is holistic. So it's whole mind, body, and soul. So I help people with mindset. I help people with health. I can, with either releasing weight, getting healthier, optimizing their health, or I can also help, with acupressure that I've learned recently, because I'm always looking for
Mm,
avenues to help people release their stress. So
mm.
now with you, and I'm sure you really are going to answer this right on. Do you consider yourself a wellness innovator? Telling stories through your words, while your massage practice tells stories through your touch, believing that every
Yes.
massage and every article has a message worth communicating.
Yes.
Just yes?
Um, it just
Elaborate, please.
yes. No, I'm just like no. I'm just saying like I guess I agree. I didn't know if that was a question or that's something you were reading.
Yeah,
That's why I
what's the
was just like,
question? What's the question?
okay, yes. I mean, it's another form of communication. I don't think we understand as I don't think people realize when they just see us rubbing people and touching people. I'm like, there's so much more to massage therapy. It's like I gotta listen to the person's body with my physical eyes, but I have to let my hands guide me. And that's something that massage school cannot show you. You have to follow a lot of intuitive nature and trust your instincts and trust your gut and trust your knowledge. That's why confidence is such a vital component because I could do the same technique as that massage therapist, but if my inner is not sufficient, my client is not going to achieve its results from me. And as far as the storytelling, I can, talk about any aspect of massage therapy and health and wellness. It's just a different way of looking at it. Like people don't have to keep you in a box. And that was the
Exactly.
whole concept with my online doctoral. I am a writer and I'm a massage therapist. And now I can put more pages on what I want to talk about. I don't want to say overrated, but you really have to define what does wellness mean to you. That's another part of it as well. And I think wellness for me is doing all the things that I'm passionate about and without limiting myself because it doesn't make sense to he or she or they. But I know as I can look at myself in the mirror and I know that I'm making the difference with the gifts that God gave me. When people looking at you like, oh my God, like how the hell are you going to be a massage therapist and you're a journalist? But when my career, it shows like, oh my gosh, she's really doing it and doing it well. So I look at it, if God has designed me to be extraordinary, should I put any limitations on myself?
Yeah, that's really important, because I'm sure that your writing kind of inspires you. And also the work that you do is inspiring you in a different way. And now you're saying that you're using your eyes with massage therapy and using your intuition, your inner self guiding you. But sometimes you can feel the muscles
Mhm.
being really tense too. So you're using that tactile sense
Yeah,
as
you have
well.
to. Mhm,
Yeah. And
mhm,
and then I'm sure
mhm.
you're talking to your client
Absolutely.
to see how they're doing. And so you're getting a
Yes, you
auditory,
check in with them and making sure they're okay. Mhm,
yeah, because sometimes when I've gone to some massage therapists that are really hard, and I'm like, "Ow, that's hurting me too much," and I go home miserable.
mhm.
And, but if someone really and they weren't listening to me, I said, "You're doing this too hard." And it's important to listen to your clients
Absolutely.
and stay in tune with them to see
Mhm.
what's going on with them.
Yeah,
So,
you can't have that I mentality when you're dealing with somebody's body in that very vulnerable state. I always tell a client, I know this pressure is too much, but I'm just gonna try to give you the wiggle room to tell me, like, hey, Dominique, can you ease up on this? And if you don't tell me, I'm gonna check in and say, okay, if you tell me the pressure is great, I already know you gave me the signal. Now, if you tell me the pressure is good, I'm like, okay, are you sure? Can I stay at this pace? Do you need me to go more? Do you need me to go less? And you'd be surprised how many people tell me, I think you can go less. And I say this because I just had a client over the weekend and at the resort that I work at as a contractor. And he was like, yes, I want heavy pressure, heavy pressure. I said, okay, everybody's deep tissue is not the same. And I know for me personally, I have a heavy hand naturally. So I just started out with just my firm pressure. And I'm just checking in with him and I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yes, I'm fine. So when I turned him over, had him lying face up or supine, he's like, actually, I think we can go lighter on the pressure. I said, bingo. I was waiting for you to tell me. I always try to keep that line of communication with the client because I'm like, it's a disservice for you and I when you're uncomfortable on the table. And I tell clients, you're not going to hurt my ego if you tell me this is too much or not enough. And I just think it's about the presentation and the language that you give the client to make them feel comfortable to ease up and also still being aware. That's the awareness that you need to have along with your skill and your knowledge and your eager and your desire to be in this industry. You have to be aware of the client's body.
Yeah, you do. And another thing to be aware of, every massage therapist is probably different.
Yes, absolutely.
Some maybe, they're hard, maybe softer than
exactly. And I think a lot of clients are starting to understand that. And I'm like, I'm telling you, every massage therapist touch is not a one size fits all. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. So how can you highlight your entrepreneurial journey as a massage practitioner, particularly running your mobile massage business, Mani Benedette?
How can I put this? So I've been doing mobile massage therapy from the time I was licensed and when I was still living in New York. And it shifted gears a little bit because of COVID. I was, moving to Virginia. My beau and I, we were moving and life was happening. So unfortunately, I was at a health place, wellness center, love the clientele. But again, the behind the scenes, I don't think people understand. Sometimes your personalities and your values can be in a very compromising position. And it took honestly what a massage director told me at a meeting. And I was just like, okay, this is not worth the disrespect. This is not worth the remarks I'm getting because I love what I do and it shows. And if I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm respecting that boundary. Like you're my support, you're my, superior. I'm here to do a job and then go about my business. And if any friendships develop, then that's fine. That wasn't her forte. And I said, for all of that, the turning point was when she was in a meeting and said, it's either I go or she goes. And I was like, okay, she's letting me know it can't be two queens in this room. So I was like, okay, fine. And I just started doing the research and I said, I'm going to name it. And, my beau, he was telling me, you have Mani Benedette on your arm. And that means blessed hands in Italian. I'm an Italian speaker. And he was like, how about you just call the business that? Because you're blessing people with your hands. You're realizing that your gift is in your hands. Name the business that. So I named the business and went through the process for it to be licensed and officially declared on paper. And after 5.5 years, and I had a very good friend, shout out to Mr. Darnell Smith. We've been friends since the 7th grade. And he's like, I have an assignment for you in New York because I'm still licensed in New York. He's like, I need you to do a chair massage event for me for my Father's Day get together in New York. And it was such a crazy time. That was around the time my uncle was passing and, trying to get to New York for that. And I went to the funeral, came back, did the massage for 2 hours, came back to my family's repast all in one day. And it was crazy. It was really
kidding.
But I was just so grateful for that first assignment because it was like, all right, somebody is really believing in my talent and my skill and allowed me to come back to New York in August to do more chair massages at a community fair event in Brooklyn. And that's, I say, sometimes life is happening, but you just got to have the strength and the vigor to realize that it comes with, the territory. It's either you can take a beat or, get up off your seat and do what you have to do. And that's what I was able to do. So it was officially launched in March, but I've been calling the business that since 2019, but 2025 was when I officially put it on paper. And I was like, when I saw my business license, I saw my EIN, I was like, oh, wow, this is really a business. And I have a really good author buddy. She told me about National Entrepreneur Association Certified Boot Camp. I did that. And I'm so grateful for that boot camp because it allowed me to realize, okay, you really have to really see yourself as your entrepreneur. So I was like, the business comes first and then the craft comes second. So that really shaped my mind. And I remember having a conversation with my aunt, who's also an entrepreneur in cosmetology for close to 30 years. And I was like, Auntie, I think I'm gonna get a DBA. She's like, no, why are you thinking small? You need to get an LLC. And I got the LLC, and she's like, that's what I'm here for. And she was the first person in my backyard to have a career as an entrepreneur, and something that she loved in a very urbanized community in Brooklyn. My mom is the first person that told me you can have a career, from the employee perspective. But my aunt was the one that really showed me that you can really have a career as an entrepreneur, love what you do and make a living. But I don't think a lot of people understand starting out, there is no money. It's a hustle, it's a grind, and whatever revenue that you're bringing it in, you're taking care of your personal bills and then you're investing it back into the business. So I think the most common way that we're funding business is coming out of your own pocket. And I was seeing that lane of it as well.
Well, you know what? Your eyes were open to all that, and they went forward. So, that's something that everybody should think about. They really want to follow their passion and their career. And it's interesting that you said that your aunt was the one that had a business and said, go for the LLC. And your mom says you could be an employee too, but you chose the entrepreneurial path.
I was scared to death. I was scared because I did self-employment part-time for years, like close to 10 years, even as a journalist. Now I'm really doing this thing full-time. So it's like, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to fill my schedule up, whether I'm in the field, at an event, at a spa party. I got to figure out how the hell I'm going to refill this schedule every month. But my beau, he was telling me, babe, you were doing it in the first place. Even when you were an employee, you were figuring it out how you're going to fill your schedule. Because even when you were under somebody on the umbrella, it still wasn't no guarantee with the job security because you got laid off. So you saw the other side of that too. Even with job security, it's still not a guarantee.
No, it's not. And you can control your own destiny when you do that. And, and also, adjust if you need to and move forward as well. You just got to keep on looking at what's going on and adjust and make changes to make it better, to make it more, profit coming in, having it flow in. So, that's wonderful that you took that fear and just let it go, which is so important. You didn't let it stop you. A lot of people get stopped. And you just need to take that first step forward. And whether it's little steps or big steps, just do it. Try is not an answer. Doing it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And my aunt was telling me, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make some financial moves. That's going to be a hit. It's going to be a miss. But that's all a part of the learning experience. She's like, Dom, I really need you to enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey and continue to do the work. And I think people, even though you feel like you're a sole proprietor or self-employed, you're still in your business. Even though you're a contractor for someone else, you're still making your own rules. You're still making your own schedule. It's still in all of those lanes. And that's another form of entrepreneurship that people, look down upon sometimes because you may have to split the pie. But I'd rather do that, if I know that's going to be some revenue coming in and I could build some relationships. And that's what I've done, continually. Even when I was a W-2 employee, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, like August is the official final month that I'm a W-2 employee.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. And I'm sure that's been a lot more fun being able to do this mobile, therapy that you do for different people. So where have you been? What locations have you been at?
Well, I'm always in the Hampton Roads area in Virginia, but I love my traveling massage gig that I work in the mountains, and that's through the company I'm as a contractor for is, We have earned a great reputation working up there in the mountains. It's the oldest hotel ever. Omni Homestead Resort is in Hot Springs, Virginia. And I did that, I've been doing it for over a year. And it started off as they'll call you a couple of days here and there because it's a PRN position. But I was doing very well. I became one of the most prioritized massage therapists. And it's a sweet deal. You get to work. They take care of your housing if you need to. And it just took me on a whole nother road. So I'm like, okay, this is another lane of my career I can really, look into. And I just love it. And I love my associates. I became really cool. We became like a big family up there almost. We have a group chat, we checking in who's coming in, who's doing what. And we just look out for each other, as the contractors. And it still blends with the Omni Homestead, employees. They still see us working with them instead of a division. And that is phenomenal as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, it certainly gives you more variety, in life we need variety. And
yes, I'm realizing that too. I like the freedom. I like the flexibility to say, I don't know if I want to take that assignment. Okay, I'm going to take that assignment. And I've been more in, Virginia, going towards Richmond, doing a couple of gigs in Richmond. Like I still come home every quarter in New York to see my family and work out there because I'm still licensed and registered out there as well. So it's crazy how everything changed in a matter of 8 months, but it has its days. You're going to have your slow moments. You're going to have the moments you're at your peak, but I wouldn't trade it, for anything. And I'm also learning entrepreneurship. You're going to have to make some financial sacrifices. If you want a certain level in your business, you got to, say no to certain things. You're not going to be able to go to certain things. You're not going to be able to travel to certain things. And I'm just grateful for the girlfriends that I have and the friends that I have. They really understand, like, okay, Dama's really serious. She's really going to take this off the ground.
Yeah, you have to be licensed into every state? I don't know. I'm not a
yes, if you want to work consistently in that state, the federal laws in massage, they're trying to have a compact license so you can work in a variety of states instead of paying a licensing fee for every state. Because it adds up. I have 2 and it adds up. So I can only imagine. I know one therapist, she was telling me she had 5. She was paying for 5 states and she had to let go of 3 and now she's down to 2 because it really, really adds up quick.
And I assume you have to pay internationally too, right? Or you have to stay in
not internationally. With my national certification, it covers Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Of course, you just have to pay to officially work there if you wanted to continually, but that was the best things about taking nationals to cover you in 44 states, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh, well, you can have a nice little vacation, right?
Yeah, I could work in Puerto Rico and, St. Thomas and St. Croix and all those U.S. Virgin Islands. And yeah, if I wanted to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can actually do my coaching virtually. So I can do whatever with anybody international, as long as they want to talk to me in my time zone. That's the only thing. And I do work like into the evenings and things like that, but it's like they need to talk to me in my time zone. I'm not going to wake up really really early or really
not at all.
No, I got to live my own life too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, does your work reinforce your philosophy? Touch requires integrity and boldness effortlessly.
It does, because you have to be intentional about your touch. You have to be bold in who you are, why you are the massage therapist that they should come to for questioning and for treatment. It still requires a level of integrity and professionalism. I think, unfortunately, a lot of us start getting these swollen heads when we hear all these, oh my God, this is amazing and this is great. I'm like, okay, you need to humble yourself a little bit. And but that's why there's always room for growth. I've been in this field now for 6 years. My beau, he can tell you I'm still constantly studying, I'm still constantly evolving. As you can see, I just did the manual lymphatic drainage. I'm just so eager. And I think when clients see that you have that desire and that hungry. Sometimes I feel like I'm still, the massage therapist that just graduated from massage school and started working at a luxury spa in New York, because that passion is there. Sometimes I have the days where I'm frustrated, feet hurt, hand hurt, but it's like when I go in that room, I get to just do my thing and just remind people of why I love what I do. And, I had a massage professor in school. She always used to tell us, whatever is delivered in your heart, it will be delivered in your hands. So you have to really check the matters of your heart before you go into that room.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I just see a twinkle in your eyes when you talk about it. So it's really your love and your joy that you're expressing. And yeah, life can get frustrating, but you got to also realize that, the next patient doesn't necessarily going to cause that issue.
Exactly.
So you just need to let it go. And if it's something to pivot from or address at a later time with this other thing that happened, okay. But, but you definitely have that twinkle in your eye.
Thank
you. You're so happier. The last time I
am.
You, and so kudos to you. You're doing fabulous.
Thank you.
And with everything that you're going to learn, you got to come back again and tell us what's going on. But I guess I have to wait 2 years.
Yeah, I think maybe halfway through I'll come back and be like, okay, Debbie, it's crunch time.
Okay. Yeah, maybe when you get done with the thing that you're going to do in the summer and you're comfortable, things settle down, because you have to get back into your doctorate. Just let me know what month you want to be in, and I will have you back. But you have an incredible story that's going to either encourage or warm the hearts of many people.
Thank you.
And you always have to go for your dream, whether you want to be a massage, I call you a massage therapist, but a massage practitioner, or you want to be a person like me, a holistic health coach, where you're going to work in different areas of someone's life. It takes someone with a lot of passion and love to wanting to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Love for humanity. So now you have several offers for our audience. Can you explain what they are? And she'll bring up the slide there.
So I have a free checklist you guys can log on to. It's tips to consider before a massage, because 60% of people are unsure what to do before they get a massage. And that's veterans or, first timers. So if you go to tipsmassage.com, you'll be able to download that checklist as well. I'm proud to say that my adult massage therapy coloring book, Tribe, is now an award-winning coloring book and through the International Impact Book Awards. So you can go into my Linktree /Dom0922 to purchase your copy. And we released the educational version of Tribe, and that is available on Amazon as well. So those are some of the goodies that your viewers can take advantage of.
Yeah, now link on Amazon. You just look up the name of the book, or go to https // I believe a.co/d/1x and capital lowercase w, uppercase g, lowercase o, 8 and uppercase n. But just look up TRIB with spaces in between each letter.
Yes.
And you'll find it. And also, it probably is under your name too.
Yes, it is. Dr. Dominique Carson will be under that name. Yes.
Yeah. So these are wonderful offers. Even if you have to purchase a book, it's an offer for you to learn something new. And I'm pleased to do so. And, when you contact Dr. Dominique, make sure you mention Debi Changes Lives so she knows where the referral came from. And I know probably one of the tips that you have is drinking water.
Yes, before and after massages. That's going to help with your dehydration and your muscles, your muscle recovery. I think people understand to drink it after, but you need to be drinking before as well, so you won't feel as drained, you won't feel as fatigued when the session is completed.
Yeah, when you drink water, it's going to give you more fluidity inside your body, and that's why it's needed before.
Yes,
because she's going to be working and with certain muscles, and things are going to shift a little bit. Yes. So And that's why you need to do that too. It's kind of like detoxing.
Yeah, because massage is a detox in itself. And I tell people with massages, you have to think about the actual treatment, how much time you were on the table. And if you added any add-ons, that matters as well. Whether it's hot stones, whether it's cupping, whether it's the Gaston technique, the little gua sha metal that that they use. So you have to think about all of those things. That's why you have to stay hydrated. That's going to keep your muscles healthy.
Exactly. So these are wonderful offers. Everyone take advantage of it. Thank you for being on my show. And I'll have you back. Please stick around for closing remarks, okay? Okay. Thank you. Remember, I revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I do start with your gut and work with your mindset. And I also work in areas of blood sugar, hormones, as well as bone and joint, brain and heart, and immunity. I help people with anxiousness up to, athletes, because I guide them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrient products that will reduce symptoms. You'll feel better. And if you're anything like me, you may lose some additional weight. I lost an additional 20 pounds when I was on maintenance. It's going to uplift your mood. And with my mindset coaching, I help you release your stress, your emotions, and emotional entanglements. And I'm there helping you getting through reshaping your core beliefs. And you're doing that. That's my mindset enhancement coaching. Then with my health optimization and weight release, I help you make your body more efficient. So that's the mind-body solution that makes your heart and soul sing. So ask me about my program, set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DebiChangesLives as in Victory ES.com/Linktree, LINKTREE. And there, you get to know me, I get to know you, and I guide you to your optimal health. And it does start with 1 or 2 assessments. The health evaluation is actually complimentary, where you rate your symptoms in the last 30 days in 4 categories of health. Some questions overlap in different categories, so answer them all, and you get a baseline score. I review it with you. When you move forward with my services, I'll create that custom natural holistic strategy, custom to you, and we'll monitor this on a monthly basis to see your progress. Now with my body scans, I have 2 of them, but I prefer to use Zydo's Vizira link because I can send that link internationally and also remotely. And it's been sent to Australia as well as South Africa. Vizira link is a transdermal optical imaging app that I send a link to your phone. You scan your face for 30 seconds. It's only looking through your skin at blood flow for components of energetic, functional, emotional, and different body systems and lifestyles. And that energetic component is so much a hidden gem. It creates a wellness report, not a diagnosis, of biomarkers out of range and products and services that are brought into range. I do review it with you because it's quite an intensive report. The cost of the scan is $75, but when you move forward with a product or program, you can get a $25 discount or a credit toward one of those items. Now, the Vizira link is actually remember, it's a transdermal optical imaging app. It's also known as TOI. You can look up how accurate it is on PubMed.gov. That's PubMed.gov. And I also have a family pack of 5 scans that saves you $50. People are really amazed how accurate this scan is. They're really amazed what their body tells them, and you'll be too. So either you can get the scan done or you can just ask me questions at my consultation site. Now on that same site are my programs. Take Your Body Back is a 12-week weight release mindset coaching program where you're going to be utilizing a new version of you to drive you to success. All coaching is done on Zoom, and the first one's always private to you because I am a certified HIPAA health practitioner, and any evaluation health assessment is private. So I'll be going over that. I give you a choice between 3 different programs, and I give you directions on one. I also give you instructions how to create that new version of you that will drive you with emotion and passion to achieve your health and weight transformation goals throughout your journey. The rest of the coaching, whether it's private or a group, is the same. You'll be celebrating your wins. I show you how to use your boards, and I'll guide you with health and mindset tips to get over your humps. And you will become a new you. Now, you're welcome to ask me questions at my consultation site because these programs have changed a little bit. And I want to let you know that I'm having a holiday special that ends on December 31st, 2026. So more information on that will be coming soon. Or you can just contact me and I'll tell you what it is. Now, if you want to do things yourself, you people. Why Fast is an intermittent fasting program that gets your cells and body humming and turn boosts your metabolism with rich, dense nutrition, high quality essential nutrients, and a program of exercise and recipes. And remember, intermittent fasting will repair cells, reduce inflammation, and give you mental clarity. Now, if you feel like you need some coaching, you can ask me at the consultation. You can do a 2 or 4 week program. And if you feel like you need some coaching still, you can continue paying for whatever you want to do. With my mindset enhancement and a health optimization, you can use these smaller programs, but normally that's a longer term journey, and the larger program would be more economical for you, but also create a custom program for you. And I also have a couple new programs coming up, which are for 2 different categories, but they all help you with your weight release. One is for women 30 to 100s that are in the pause, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. And it's HOPE, a complete women's health system. Now, I was really surprised that I had symptoms of postmenopause. I never knew a digestive issue could be one of them. And that first product, the prebiotic, I actually started to resolve it in 7 days and continues. And I just love that. There's also something for balancing your health, as well as having you age gracefully. And another product, which is YGY 30-day GLP system, is actually a natural approach for the GLP-1. It will not give you the side effects of what the medication gives you, because there is a 10-day shot that you drink to elevate your GLP-1. The next 20 days is another drink that you make out of a powder that will keep it active. This is going to, you're going to crave less, and you're going to release your weight in an efficient manner, as well as daily fiber that will regulate, help you detox, keep the mobility going in your intestinal system, so you do eliminate and get rid of your toxins. You can ask me questions on my link tree regarding these 2 programs. And I also have Debi's Coaching Chest, which is a 30-minute complimentary coaching session in a group setting. A survey picks a topic, and it's on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern. You go to debichangeslives.com, and that's DEBICHANGESLIV as in Victory ES.com/chats, and you learn what my coaching is all about. Finally, learn more about alternative health services, programs, products, offers, articles, blogs, upcoming shows, events, and promos by subscribing to my newsletter, which is at debichangeslives.com. But this time, /radio TV show, all is one word in lowercase, and you get a free gift, a 30-day health and mindset daily action journal, where you can track your gratitude, thoughts, feelings, emotions, food, water, supplements, and exercise done on a daily basis. Even track your measurements. And then you want to review it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to see your wins, to celebrate it, and find your gaps. If you need to get over a gap, you contact me for coaching. This is a great health and mindset awareness tool. I'm sure you found the show educational, eye-opening, and enjoyed it. Reach out to me for my services, programs, and offers. And reach out to Dr. Dominique for her services, offers, and purchase her book. Do we have time for Dr. Dominique to come back? So as I take a breath, do you have a closing remark?
I just like to tell people, align your actions with intentions and continue to change your priorities to match your opportunities, because you never know where they take them. I'm not trying to sound too religious, but spirituality, having a relationship with God is everything. And I could just tell you from experience, as long as you let him orchestrate your life along with your work, along with your faith, along with your mindset, you'll get to the common goal. I love this quote from F.M. Alexander that we don't determine our futures. We determine our habits, and our habits determines our future.
Exactly. And when you release all your low vibrational energy of fear, frustration, and doubt, you're more likely to get more opportunities, because this has happened for me. So thank you for being on my show. So continue to enjoy my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives, on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where your holistic journey begins.